Hello fellow YouTubers, Bear Prepper here. Okay, I want to show you my new toy. Ready? Now we are ready for bad things to happen. Almost 3,000 gallons in each tank. We're going to run a gutter system off of the house and into the tanks. And it was a bear getting them here. We had them delivered, and the guy said, "Oh, just knock them over and roll them." Yeah, folks, I warn you, they are heavy. So what we ended up doing is we took a tie strap and we put it around, let's see if we can focus in, around that second row in the backside, and leaned it forward so it was angled down like this toward the front. Hooked it on a bobcat, and as the bobcat pulled, I was in the back pushing. And it was not easy. I'm strong. I may be small, but I'm strong. But we got it over, because otherwise the strap would just pop right off. And we rolled it over onto its side, and then we rolled it all the way from the other side of the property to here. And then we had to stand it up. Standing it up was a bit easier. Two of us were able to lift it and pop it in place. But you got to kind of plan where you want it to be and where it's going to land when you pop it up. So we did that with both these tanks. And then we had to worry about the direction of the spigots. As you notice, the spigots are both lined up in front. Well, we didn't think about that when we rolled them over here and set them up. So then we took a hoist. We took the hoist over to this direction because the spigots were way over here. And as I pushed on it with my body, the hoist pulled it so that it wouldn't pull forward too much. And then when it got close to here, I had to push on it that way in order that it wouldn't go and hit the other tank. As you see, we have about 6 inches in between the two tanks. I would have liked to have a little more, but that was the best we could do. Pushing them back the other way was not an option. The only thing we messed up, as you see, that we have an elbow here, our eyeball judgment was off. I looked at it like this and thought they were even. They aren't, but we just kind of adjusted for it with piping. The first thing we had to do is we had to put 6 inches of gravel and then 6 inches of sand on top so that you can't poke holes in your tank. And as you see, we built all this up while we were doing it. Not sure what we're going to put back here. Who knows? Maybe another tank. But as you can see that there's sand. It kind of slid across the sand, and then the gravel we got. And this is why I was worried about this gravel. You see, it's got sharp edges, and that gets into the tank, and it's going to poke a hole with the weight of the water. So we put the sand on top to prevent that. So now the key is hooking gutters up to the home and guiding it to that. Now, the reason we had all these spigots, and we don't have them all in yet, we got our shut-off valves, is this is going to go down to the orchard. So we're going to run it down the canal right to the orchard, and that'll feed the orchard. This one is going to run into the greenhouse. So let's show you where it's going to run in the greenhouse. Okay, it's a little greenhouse. It's just windows and plastic and a little roof. And we're going to run that all the way to here. We're going to put a splitter and shut off on here. This is the house city water. And then we're going to have the tank water, so that either thing can go into here. And you're probably asking, what is this? Well, this is a backflow preventer. And this is our automatic fertilizer. Yeah, Bear's got an automatic fertilizer. I love it. Now when we fertilize once a week, we simply close the valve and we stick the tube in a quart mason jar filled about 3/4 with liquid fertilizer, and we're using Hosta Grow Plant 6-12-6 liquid in the jar, and it'll suck up that tube. The timer sets it off, and the watering's automatic for us. We have different hoses going to different locations, and of course we have one in the greenhouse taking care of the greenhouse plants. Let's see, zoom in a little bit, you can see. So we're getting automation here in the greenhouse, but this is for outside, and we can shut it off, we can bypass it, we can do whatever we want. When this is up, it bypasses the fertilizer and runs straight water down to the orchard and to the garden and to the chickens. All of this goes to the same place. If SHTF happens, we'll just use our little valve switch here, and it'll run straight from the water tanks through the orchard, garden, and chickens. So that's what we've been working on. It has saved so much time and energy. I am in love with it. So I hope you give this a shot. This is not cheap, but it's an industrial one and it'll last a long time. So Mix Right, great job on it. I absolutely love it. Blessings.